Interestingly, when I was in secondary school and they taught us government, they always spoke about rule of law and no one is above the law. But Catch, I've seen over time and over several administrations, the executive tried to detach itself from the actions of law enforcement agencies and different governments. So we saw the likes of Daily Trust shut down. I mean, the last administration, just last year, our station AIT here was shut down and we had to go to court. We saw, like you said, the Supreme Court judges who were assaulted and attacked by law enforcement agencies. And so it's across board in the last 22 years, which is almost not very different from what we saw in the military era. Different parties, same strategies, same story. What do we need to do, especially as a political strategist, to enshrine rule of law and actually implement it in our democracy?
Thank you. This particular question is apt for Nigeria of today. Because today you actually have the president involving himself in treasonable acts. Treasonable acts, I would say he's encouraging terrorism. When you refuse to act, you are in breach of the law. Today, we have people who shoot down aircrafts, kill our soldiers. Went to the market the other day in Goronyo and killed over 149 persons. About 1 hour to the market's closure. They got there and it was an ethnically instigated action, as they have confessed. But the president does not act in line with the law because of the ethnic affinity he has to those who committed this crime. You see that? So the president have allowed a breakdown of law and order in Nigeria to the extent that The Economist listed our country as the center of a criminal enterprise at the heart of Africa. And that's why I'm telling people there is a problem. We have in Mali, the Fulani fighting the Dogon. We have in Senegal and Gambia, they are fighting the Bambara, the Wolof, the Mandinka. In Nigeria, killing the Hausa. The Yorubas form a Moteku against them, killing the TV. The Southern governor said they would not have Norton as president because of that strategic security consideration. Now I see some of our elites don't understand the seriousness of the current slow motion war, which I will tell you, President Buhari is part and parcel part of it. That's why since he doesn't act, that means he approves of the ongoing slow motion war by his people. How would you not call a man who terrorizes the country a terrorist? Why won't you call him? He terrorizes the country. He kidnaps school children. He kidnaps soldiers. The leader of the Zala sect said his people will soon acquire an anti-aircraft gun. And the other day, the Wall Street Journal said they did acquire. Nigerian army did pay money to them to retrieve the anti-aircraft gun. President Buhari, meanwhile, will do nothing, just deceitful rhetorics. That sees him in contravention of the law for ethnic considerations. Now that, the rule of law has been thrown to the dogs. Why are we doing this? And that's why I do agree with the governors who met in Lagos, in Enugu and Asaba and said, for the sake of the country, nobody from the north should be allowed as president because none of them can stop the current Fulani insurgency. I stand on that, and that's why I speak in regards to national strategic security needs. We should not joke. There is a war on. Nigerians should wake up right now. If Nigerians are killed in Newman, Bachamas are killed, they are Nigerians. If thieves are killed, forcing Governor Autumn to cry, those are Nigerians. If Birams are killed, and today you have some 7 villages in IDP camp, those are Nigerians who should care. If Adaras and Bagis are killed in Kaduna, we should care. If Hausas are killed in Maru, in Anka, in Dangobe, in Esedau, in Malele, in Basali, in Dutsima, in Kankara, in Musa, we should care. If Hausas are slaughtered in Goronyo, we should care. The president keeps silent because the people who are committing the killings, are his people. I said it here about a fortnight ago. It took the death of General Abacha for Sergeant Rogers to come to the Puta panel to confess that the government are the ones doing the forced flag operations to pretend it was Nadeko people. Today, we've had over 170 violent actions in Southeast. No single arrest. Because the arresting authority are also in line with those who commit these crimes.
Southeast or Northeast?
Southeast, I'm talking about. So if the president stays hands, what do you expect? They are going against agitators for a better society. They are not going against those who are currently committing violence against Nigerians. And then they find rhetorics to stay away from responsibility. The president and those around him are in contravention of our laws.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm not holding brief for the presidency. The presidency would tell you that Nigerians asked for the head of the military apparatus to be changed, and this was done. Just in the last 1 week, they'll tell you that another Tucano jet has been delivered. And so what precise role should the president take? Are you saying he should speak up
it
about
is one
it
thing
against
to
it, or what
acquire
should he
equipment.
do?
It's another thing to give directives. I tell you. A military general told me if the president says they should stop the violence, they will do it in less than 28 days. I said, how would you do that? He said they will first follow Governor Ganduje's instructions that those Bororo Fulanis that are coming with guns should be stopped. Nobody should come to Nigeria with guns. Because when you have gun in the bush and nobody touches you, the gun is like an aphrodisiac. You start thinking of what to do with it. But in this case, we have heard the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal saying generals actually sell weapons to these people. How come the ones who have now blown up our trains, nothing has been said? So it is not the acquisition of the fixed-wing aircraft that is the issue. No, it is having the political will to tell those in Kaduna, stop the terrorists from taking over the vicinity of the airport. I went to Kaduna. Right as I got through Cow Market, going into the airport, left and right after the airport, there were all these terrorists. Heading towards Briningwari, from there to Huntua, from there to Pandagari, into Alawa, at the back of Alawa, Godongona. That's where they must stop in Godongona. If they are in Dogongona, and I know, and you can access Dogongona when they kidnap people on the Tafa area of the Abuja-Kaduna Road and force them to walk by feet for 8 to 12 hours into Dogongona. If I know that, and I know Dogongona is at the back of Pandogari, at the back of Bridingwari, at the back of Alawa, why wouldn't the government know? So the government knows, but the government stays hands. If the army is allowed to do their work, my brother, our army will do their work. How come our very efficient police have not arrested anybody in over 170 violent actions in the East?
Well, again, we appreciate how passionately you've spoken about the issues going on, because there's no denying that there is insecurity in the nation. It's a war zone in supposedly peace times, and Nigerians really need to wake up to the reality, and I believe our government needs to do so as well. But it is... we need to also speak up that the allegations that you have made here today, calling the president a terrorist and all these other allegations, that he's aiding terrorists.
By refusing to act, the president is terrorist. By refusing to call the terrorist, he finds language and those around him to pain, to shake him from responsibility.
So these are your opinions and not the opinion of African Independent Television, which is in line and broadcasting in line with the NBC code. But let me bring you